All right, good afternoon, everyone. We're very excited to speak with you about the GE Next Engineers program and how early exposure to engineering can have an impact on innovation in healthcare. My name is Kyle Turner, and I'm the program coordinator for the GE Next Engineers program. I work for the University of Cincinnati in the College of Engineering and Applied Sciences and in the Office of Inclusive Excellence and Community Engagement. I'd like to introduce my colleague here as well.
Hi, I'm Blaire Bartish. I'm also with University of Cincinnati, Office of Inclusive Excellence and Community Engagement. I am the program manager for the 7 weeks of camps that we hold on campus in the College of Engineering and Applied Sciences.
Great. So to set the table, I'd like to provide an overview of the Next Engineers program. The mission of the Next Engineers program is simple: to increase the diversity of young people in engineering. So we seek to accomplish this through a three-pronged program that includes engineering discovery, engineering camp, and engineering academy. Looks like our PPT went a little awry when we sent it over, but it's okay.
We're going with it.
All right, so let's see if it comes through when I press this here. Okay, no worries. All right, so let me compose myself real quick. In Cincinnati, GE has made a 5-year initial commitment that by the end of the investment, we want to see 2,500. It's the touchpad that's throwing me off there. Yep.
We're good.
So we want to see 2,500 youth and family members inspired by engineering discovery. Over 800 youth attend an engineering camp, and 150 secondary school youth enrolled in the engineering academy. We hope 120 of those academy students will graduate, and then we hope to see 72 of our engineering academy graduates move on to a higher education institution and be awarded an engineering scholarship. So very quickly, I want to go over the building blocks of Next Engineers. Okay, so to start, our purpose is to increase the number and the diversity of young people pursuing engineering. So to do that, we had to ask, how do we build an engineer? What experiences do students need, and even thought process to learn about engineering, be interested in engineering, and eventually pursue engineering? So to that end, Next Engineers identified 5 building blocks to make an engineer. For Next Engineers, awareness is knowing that engineering as a field and career exists, and realizing that engineering is something that people like me do, and is something that I could do. The next building block is interest. For Next Engineers, interest is possessing a positive outlook and attitude towards engineering as a profession, placing attention on engineering as a possible career, and curiosity to learn more about engineering. Following interest, we have engineering habits of mind. So a habit of mind means having a disposition towards behaving intelligently when confronted with problems and valuing one pattern of thinking over another, implying choice-making about which pattern should be employed. Next, we have engineering identity. So for Next Engineers, an engineering identity is a particular role identity that students develop during their experiences in an engineering community of practice, and engaging with the process of engineering, and which helps them to see themselves as belonging to or as legitimate members of a community. And our final building block is agency. So agency is what allows someone to take an active role in shaping their future, rather than being solely influenced by their circumstances. Okay? So next we want to get into the individual programs that Next Engineers offers. So I'd like to introduce Blaire for that.
Thank you. The GE Next Engineers program is truly a 3-pronged approach. We like to compare this to kind of the career path, as this is essentially getting them to envision themselves in those engineering roles. So the first part of that attack is through the engineer discovery program, where we do aim to excite and ignite our students. So in this program, we reach out to 7 different target schools within the greater Cincinnati area, and we do what we call school takeover. So we show up to their school, we do really cool interactive activities. For example, the current activity that we're doing with students is build a bridge, where we give them toothpicks and different kinds of gummy materials. We have Sour Patch Kids, we have gummy bears, we have dots, and they have to build a bridge that's going to hold weight. It's actually really fun because not only does it excite them and get them interested, but we also incorporate an element of competition, and so then they kind of like have to challenge each other, and we are currently up to, I think it's like 20 cereal boxes worth of weight. I don't have an actual measurement of what that is, but it absolutely involves them in that greater understanding of this is what an engineer is, this is what engineering is, because a lot of times we get people and we say, or students, and we say, what is engineering? And they go, oh, like a train engineer, or they go, oh, they build cars, where the thing is that it's so much more than that. Engineering is just pervasive throughout the STEM fields. And then these are some of the pictures. We do get GE engineers from GE Aerospace. They have just recently rebranded from aviation to aerospace in the Evendale plant. And so they come in, they interact with the students, and it's really unique because the students not only get the hands-on component, but then they also get to ask real-world questions to those engineers, and they do not hold back. How much money do you make? We get that every single session, but we think that's really important because that shows them that engineering is a secure field, it's a growing field, and it's a field that they can have a lot of success in. From there, the next prong is the engineering camp. So if the discovery is kind of like a career day that you might attend at school, the camp is kind of more like a job shadow. So this is a week-long, more in-depth program where we are going to do some deeper, longer, design challenges, and we are going to scaffold that with what we call icebreaker challenges, so maybe like an hour total, and then we have a capstone challenge that we do throughout the week with a final grand capstone showcase on Friday where we invite the parents, we invite some of our professors, our grad students, and our GE volunteers that have been with us throughout the week. And they are able to congratulate the students on their accomplishments and also just see some of that new and exciting talent that is coming through the pool and working to shape that and set examples for them and mentor them. So these are just some pictures from last year's camp. We did build a trebuchet this past summer, which was really fun. But however, when we started camp, we realized that many of the students had never heard the word trebuchet before. So we had to start smaller with, you can see the picture on the left. We actually started with small catapults. And that kind of gave them an introduction to that, what the greater scheme of things, what would need to be done. And then we moved from there to trebuchets. And then, so after they participate in the camp, we encourage them to apply to our third prong, which is the Engineering Academy, which I'm going to pass it back over to Kyle.
So the Engineering Academy is a 3-year program that's located at the University of Cincinnati. So this 3-year program is 80 hours per year outside of school. The students experience design challenges and college and career readiness courses to prepare them for engineering degree and engineering careers as they get out. So one of the great benefits of this program is if a student participates in all 3 years of the program and they go on to enroll in an engineering program, they're going to get $20,000 scholarship to put towards their tuition, which is a great benefit for these students that are joining us. There are certain eligibility selections that are required for it, so students need to show some aptitude in math and science and commit to attending engineering sessions, and we want them to learn more about engineering before they apply for the program. This is an outline of what the 3 years will look like. So the first year is more heavy on the design challenge aspect and a little bit lighter on the college and career readiness aspect of it. But as they go through the program, we're going to start having a heavier emphasis on the college and career readiness as they prepare to apply to universities towards the end of their high school career. In addition, we provide individual support for them through meetings with their facilitators and coordinators as well. Okay, so here are some examples of the activity, not examples, but here are some students in action during their academy sessions last year. So you can see the girls on the left working through their design process as they were working on, I'm not sure which idea they're working on right now, but I know as we move forward, our first design challenge we're doing this year is going to be a glider, which is an awesome experience for the students since we have GE Aviation right up the road from us. Then Blaire, if you want to...
Yeah, so we just wanted to touch quickly upon how this program contributes to innovation in healthcare, because obviously that is why we're here, why would we bring engineering to a healthcare summit. But this is really the pinnacle of planting that seed in biomedical engineering students. So we have the greater Next Engineers program. We kind of say it's like a teaser, it's a sampler, all these different kinds, because as I mentioned before, they think cars or they think trains, and that's about it, not knowing that there's civil engineer and there's mechanical engineer and there's biomedical engineer and there's sound engineer and there's so many different avenues. So we do present several of those design challenges that are basically that crucial foundation of biomedical engineering thinking and that process. So this is one that we have, it's called I Need a Band-Aid. This is an 80-minute activity where students are given a variety of materials and then they're presented with a variety of different patients that need specific specialized bandages for different kinds of injuries that they may have. So it may need to be waterproof, or it may need to dissolve, or it may need to be ultra flexible. So this is one of the design challenges that we do. Another one that we do for Academy program is called Mind Your Head, and this one works with it's both mechanical engineering as well as biomedical, because it's about you take a water balloon and that acts as the brain. You have to create a helmet that encompasses that and saves it from, if anybody's done the egg experiment before, this is it on just a different level. But again, it's just kind of getting them to think broader, and getting to think about that engineering design process from start to finish. Okay, and that's the end. So yeah, that's where we're going to stop today, because we are doing the NASCAR presentation of Health Summit today. But we do have our information both at the table here as well as out in the main hallway. And we have our business cards if you'd like to email us with any questions. Thank you so much for allowing us to present today, and have a great evening.